Just want to start the day out. Today is a great day, Earth Angels. And the message is relationships, building upon them and creating a dynamic of interpersonal, loving, trustworthiness, relationships. And I have to talk about Stephan Labossiere because I have several of his books, and I have How to Get a Man to Cherish You. So, we've been talking about attraction, law of attraction, and if there is no attraction, then there's no way you're going to be able to establish that dynamic relationship. But people do it all the time. Marry someone that there's no fireworks, there's no physical attraction. All right, so I'm going to read the bonus chapter that he's got in here. And he said it's a different take. People marry for different reasons, and they approach the marriage differently. To me, that's a lot of work. To be in a relationship where there's no chemistry, there's no physical attraction, that's a painful relationship. I could be wrong. But who wants to get up every day to someone that you don't want to be with? I don't know how people do it, and they do it. They stay together, 10, 20, 30 years, and I don't know what they're working out. They say that they're working it out, and, I've never done it, so I can only say what I've heard. And it just sounds like a miserable marriage to me. So I was going to put some light on it. Here he's saying, in a marriage like that, it's just an absolutely different level of intimacy, energy, dynamic, and I think in the end, you might as well hang it up. Before the end, before you've wasted 10, 20, 30, 40 years with someone and there's no physical appearance and physical attraction. There's nothing. So, okay, so here we go. Yes, listen, I know people have hobbies, things in common, and there's work in real life that needs to be done, he's saying. And so, I'm not judging anyone for being in a marriage like that, because life is a choice. You made the choice. Don't blame God, your mom, whoever. If you're in an unsatisfactory relationship, then move on. They say that's easier said than done. That's true. But it's just making the hole bigger to climb out of. So, however, the fact remains that often you don't keep yourself up because there's nothing to trigger you to keep, the love and the attraction going. So you just let yourself go. And I can't tell you the number of people I see everywhere. And I'm like, wow, how in the world did they let their self go like that? Their stomachs is hanging over, because they just gave up. They don't care anymore. They're with someone they don't want to be with. There's no chemistry, nothing. And they just let themselves go. I don't know how they do it. And so it's important for you to understand this needs to be top priority. The foundation of it is simple. Taking on a relationship from, platonic to romantic. It must have a physical attraction. Period. That's what Stephan Labossiere said. Okay? So, when you know someone and they have a perfect relationship with their best friend of the opposite sex, and you say, why aren't you with your best friend? You know what they say. I'm not physically attracted to them. It's plain and simple. See, you only get one life. So, to waste your life with someone you don't want to be with is absolutely ridiculous at this point. I mean, in 2025, if you're still doing the same old thing that you did 5, 10, 20 years ago, you're not improving, you're not, getting better and better every day in every way. That's Deepak Chopra. I don't know what you're doing. All right, so let's continue. Anytime someone isn't romantically involved with someone that they are with, and it's because the physical attraction is not there. When you're in a relationship, especially marriage, and the attraction is gone, you essentially go from being romantic partners to being roommates. So that's all you're doing. You get up every morning, have your cup of coffee, go your separate ways. There's no love, no affection. You just don't care. And so, to being friends, to being play cousins, whatever the hell you want to call it, you've removed the romantic aspect from the relationship. Okay, it's time to part ways. Get your suitcases out, load them up, and just get rolling on down the street. Yeah, so let's move on. A lot of people say the fire is gone. How do we get the fire back? The fire isn't gone, the attraction is gone. There's the lack of physical attraction to what's causing this whole thing. You bring the attraction back, you bring the fire back. Physical attraction changes everything. Ask yourself, have I really been giving time and effort to this relationship? And to my appearance. I mean, do you, go get your hair done, your nails done, pedi, mani, keep yourself clean, use new soaps. You don't have to use the same old ivory soap, all right? They do have Camay, aloe veras, glycerins. There's so much more amazing products out there that you can use. So there's no excuse not to even keep your physical appearance up for yourself. Okay. So it's there. Something is wrong if you do not groom yourself, take care of your physical appearance. Yes, something's wrong. Yeah. That might be a disconnect somewhere. Because if you're stepping out in public and your appearance is not up to par, and if you're smelling, okay, that adds a whole new level of atrociousness. Okay, because if people can smell you, all right, I don't have words for you. All right, so this is not about me pushing you to look in a certain way, okay? I mean, be unique. Make yourself look the way you want to look. Hey, I mean, it doesn't matter. All right. So, but I mean, in a good way. I don't mean go out and look out a clown. So, anywho, and hey, you might do, and it looks great on you. So, it's about you not deviating too far from the marriage. There's a very big difference. So, I'm not insinuating that you need to be this, you know, Mr. Universe, Miss Universe, all that. And yeah, you can. Yeah, exercise, get yourself toned up and all of that. What's wrong with that? You know, if that's what you want to do. All right. If your husband married you as a plus size woman, obviously he loves voluptuous women. So, however, if your appearance has changed drastically from when he married you, that's where it becomes a problem, because men are visual. So if you're going to let yourself go or whatever is going on there with you, you're not asking for his help in addressing the issue, especially after having a baby. All of us women know just the repair and your body and all the changes and everything it's going through to shrink back down, to, your prior weight and body. So we know, it takes a toll on a woman physically and mentally. So we do understand that. So, your appearance changed, and then you have to work on getting it back. A lot of women are not able to. My mom wasn't able to, So my mom had 13 babies, 13 children with her husband, and she never was able to get her weight back down. But my mom was beautiful, voluptuous, absolutely gorgeous. My mom and dad was the most beautiful couple in the world. So I understand, where he's coming from here. If your appearance has drastically changed, then of course it'll become, an issue. All right, so now I had a hard time deciding on even including this topic in my book, because this is such a sensitive topic for women. Weight. There's so many changes that women go through, each increment of her life. If she's going in 3 years, whatever she's going in 5 years, whatever the changes, that she's going through. So, bulimia, all of that. I mean, there are so many health concerns. Anorexia. There was a young lady, I believe she was on TikTok, and she was so skinny and really did believe that she wasn't. And she wouldn't eat or anything, and I don't think that she made it, because I did not want to hear the ending of her story. I saw the beginning, and it was very painful. She was just skin and bone, like there was not even muscle left. Like, she was anorexic, and she just believed that she was fine, she was okay. Her eyes were just buzzed out of sockets, and just the bones protruding, everything out. And it's sad that she wasn't able to get the help that she needed. And so that was to the extreme of women trying to control their weight. Okay. And so I feel like I had to tell you this. I had to put this in here because it's such an important topic. And so we're running from it, and it has to be dealt with, because women and their weight issue is just destroying relationships. It's detrimental to everyone because, you know, when I watch social media and I see the woman, you know, trying to lose weight and they're on top of it, you know, I mean, like they're doing different, you know, diets, whoever it is, Nutrisystem, whoever, and they just put the weight right back on, you know. So here he says, I sit down with my husband all the time. You know, he's you know, telling the story here. And guess what? The issue of their wives, you know, not looking the way they used to look comes up all the time. Again, I mean, I can't even stress it, how that was an issue for my mom. You know, weight was not an issue for me. Like, I was the complete opposite. So I never was able to wear my mom clothes. I loved her clothes. I mean, she had matching shoes, purse, hat, and her clothes was absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, and loved her furs, her foxes, and she had these stunning velvet boots that were gray, burgundy, and black, you know, because my mom had more shoes that wrapped around the globe here, okay? And I said, oh my God, I can't wait till I, you know, can, you know, wear her shoes. And I never was able to wear my mom's shoes. So, I mean, I can understand all of this here. All right, so it's not even just in the way that your body looks, but even in the way you dress. Even in the smallest things you think he doesn't pay attention to. And of course, you already know the saying. Here she goes. Do I look fat in this dress? Okay. You need not ask that question anymore, ladies, because you know you look fat in it. Your corsage or your girdle, for some reason, women don't want to wear those anymore. My mom had all of that, okay? I mean, she had the slips and the ties and the girdles. And where do you buy those? You know, women seriously need to wear those again. Nip it, tuck it, get it up in there, you know. I know they do have fashion forms, so they might not call it those names anymore, but you can get, you know, that fashion form to suck it in. So when you put the dress on, your stomach isn't, you're not having lumps and bumps and rolls there. So, okay. I once had a client who would come to me and complain and complain and complain. Every time he came home, his wife was in sweats. Haven't we all heard that? She used to dress up, have dinner, everything prepared, the house smelling amazing. But now when I come home, she's wrapped up, you know, on the couch in sweats and, you know, haven't probably showered or anything. She just, and that's no good. Because you have to make every day exciting. Whatever it is, come up with something new every day, if you can. So, that's not sexy at all. It's not okay. Listen, it doesn't mean that your husband thinks, you know, you should be, you know, in lingerie and lingerie and heels and everything, walking around the house every day. But however, make sure there's a good balance between the extremes. So, yeah, absolutely. Victoria's Secrets. Yeah, get some beautiful pieces, and make a glamorous night. So, you have to want to look good for your husband. It's not just about your appearance and your weight, but also how you dress and take care of. If you used to wearing little pretty lace undergarments and things that now you're wearing is grandma boxers and cotton, whatever from Walmart, he said, all the time, that's going to be a problem. So, the lack of consistency contributes to throwing things off. You might say, well, if he loved me this way, then it shouldn't be a problem. If he loved me that way, then it shouldn't be an issue. No. So, listen, I hear you, but if you loved him, you would want to look good for him. Period. Point blank, period. Plain and simple, you want to look good for your husband. So, let me make that clear. I may not be talking to you right now as a wife and telling you that this is what you need to do. But this is not something I'm putting out there just for women. I believe men as well should take care of themselves. So yeah, this is a real serious issue. And it is. Like I said, I see people out all the time, couples, and I'm like, what on earth is that? Like, I mean, they are tore up from the floor up. Looking like Houdini, who done it, we don't know. I would never come out looking like that. Yeah. So, here's where you want to start. Have an open, honest conversation with your husband about your physical appearance. And now I'm going to be real here. Your husband is scared to death to tell you how you really feel. So, because he doesn't want you to become sensitive, catching an attitude, and hating him afterwards, not to mention punishing him with the threat of no sex. Honestly, this may be a very difficult conversation for you. You may not even need to have the conversation. You may already know where you are standing and need the improvements. Be honest with yourself. You know where you're deviating from. In this case, you're fully aware of what needs to be done. So yeah, I mean, can't stress it enough. Keep yourself up, whatever you got to do. Because if you just let your body go, then everything else goes. And I mean, literally speaking, it's you don't care anymore. And that's just not good. So we'll just keep going here. Now listen, I get it. As we get older in life, it's impossible to look the same way as we did in our 20s. Well, let's not talk about our age right now, okay? I mean, I'll just say I'd love to take 40 right now. Yeah. Moving on. So, most husbands that come to me aren't saying, I expect my wife to look exactly how she did when we got married. No, that's not what they're saying. They're not saying, listen, if she was 135 pounds, yeah, that's my ideal. No, nobody's saying that at all. Men generally don't mind 5 pounds or more, depending on what the pounds are, and where is it landing on woman, which you already see. It goes straight after having a baby to her midsection. It is so hard to get rid of that stomach. I mean, I don't even have words. And it's a lot of work to, get your stomach back down to what it was. And then, twins, triplets, no. Octomom, I don't know how um, uh, Nadia, yeah, that's her name, Nadia Suleiman, did it. I mean, Octomom, she goes down in the Guinness Book of World Records, okay? Because, look, let me tell you, 1 was plenty for me. 8, I would have been crazy. No. I don't know how she did it. It's amazing. It's a miracle. Love it. So, and, you know, yes, I would love to, you just, I don't know, it just made me think of her. I'd love to know where she is now. What is she doing? Because, yeah, getting the weight down, having babies, and the different transitions in life, it's a lot of work. It really is. And we do it because, so, and I'm not saying that men don't have the same level, you know, transitioning as well. So he's going on with whatever it is that he's doing, his career, and you know the gifts that he's been granted by God, and yeah. So men, you know, they have, you know, things to deal with as well. All right, so it's about finding your happy zone. Your happy zone is the place where you are healthy, feel free and good, and look good to both of him and you. For example, let's say you're already plus size, and when you get married, because sometimes we're just assuming letting yourself go is okay. Let's say that wasn't the case. Let's say, you know, you're married and when you were thicker and then you lost a lot of weight, and how he's, you know, looking at that, you know, putting on the weight, taking off the weight, putting on the weight, taking off the weight. So, I don't want you, under any circumstances, to do anything that is going to be unhealthy for you. While I want you to be attractive to your husband and be mindful of what is visually appealing to him, I don't want you to risk your health in doing it. Well, I can't tell you the number of women who um, had the gastric bypass surgery to lose weight. They had the God, there's so many. The liposuction. I mean, woman is doing so much to look the part, and they did make a mistake in doing so because, you know, the surgery, they didn't survive it. You know, I mean, it's so many women out there that did not, you know, survive because they're trying to, you know, look good, and it's just awful. I'm trying to think of it. There's so many women. Even my auntie, she did lipo and she didn't make it. And it's just horrendous. It's horrible what happened to these women going to get the, you know, breast augmentations and all these different things to look good. Here's the thing. It's nothing wrong with it. I just don't understand how the procedure can kill you. I That's what I don't understand. I'm at a loss for words. I mean, you all you did was go in for a nose job, you know, or whatever, and they didn't survive it. I mean, I just don't understand these folk who do these surgeries, and you know, when they give them the anesthesia, how you not know that you match it with their weight. They give them too much and then they can't wake up, and they have to put ice on them and all kinds of things to revive them, and sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. I mean, I just don't understand this. I don't. All right, so while I want you to be attractive to your husband, let's be mindful and not, do something so drastic that you're not able to come back from. And I don't want you to compromise your happiness, but uh, I want you to be happy. He wants you to be happy. Now, if you can't find the happy place with each other, that's a deeper issue somewhere. So, if it's more than your weight and y'all are having other issues, okay, then, you know, whatever you need to do to, get back to your happy zone, do it. Because you let day go by, each day go by, and it doesn't get any better. So, again, if you're saying to yourself, this shouldn't matter, if he loves me, then he should accept me as how I am. Well, sometimes the issue of gaining weight and changing your appearance and not getting back in shape goes deeper than that, than the physical appearance. Then it goes into, you know, the mental capacity of why am I just giving up or throwing in the towel or I'm done, you know. So it can turn into you not valuing his desires. It can lead your husband to believe that you don't care about him. And so if he expresses his feelings about it and you do nothing to change it, then the relationship suffers and it's affecting him. So don't just, dismiss it. Figure it out. Go to Planet Fitness. You know, go, you know, my dad bought mom a bike. Did she use it? No. I'm just telling you. She did not. So, but she did take walks and we would go to the park and, mom and dad would, walk around. We would ride the bikes and dad would ride the bikes with us, and mom didn't ride a bike. To this day, I don't know why. So, if you love him, you would definitely, make some changes. By all means, please do. So, yeah, just here to share this wonderful, informative book with you, How to Get a Man to Cherish You, and to let him know that, you're not dismissing his feelings and that you do care and that you will make changes and you'll do it and y'all will get back to your happy place. And so, yeah, I just love this book, and we just make things harder than it needs to be. So, yeah, love this book. How to Get a Man to Cherish You. All right, Earth Angels. So, it truly is all about the action, the self-love, and, when you're going through the different transitions in life, that you do all you can, to get back to your happy zone. And it's not that you don't love him, it's just you're going through the changes, having a baby, what have you. And so, just need help to get back to yourself. So, yeah, you wear many hats in a relationship, so anything worth having. I was going to eat this cookie. I ate a piece of it. Anything worth having, yeah, it's going to be a fight for. So I just want to share this with you, Earth Angels. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for supporting me. And that's what I'm doing right now, relationships. So relationships are very important. And so indeed, I hope that you're working on them, building them, and getting better and better every day in every way.